Dynasty, the NBA's last dynasty, may be on the way to recalibrating. Warriors taking on the surprisingly plucky Cavs this year. Nets are in the midst of an interesting schedule here for Cleveland. They had the Nets in a couple games. They've got Phoenix, Warriors tonight. We'll see what Kevin Love and company are made of. They go up 6, and then Rubio cuts through for the easy 2. Cavs take an 8-point lead. Remember, they're playing without Evan Mobley, their young rookie out of USC, probably going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. Love, who has made it clear he doesn't love it from time to time in Cleveland. Taco Fall misses the free throw here, but look at the second effort. The Cavs take a 13-point lead into the fourth. Have we ever done a SportsCenter highlight that hasn't had Steph Curry featured in like the first minute when it's the Warriors? Let's make up for some lost time. Curry from downtown. The deficit is down to 10. Remember, he had 9 threes against the Nets on Tuesday nights. Just remember that. Curry again, 7-point game. You know who the reigning NBA player of the week is? It's Steph Curry. From downtown again, it's a 4-point game. JB Bickerstaff is like, uh-oh, I wish games were 3 quarters long. Damian Lee. Wow, Warriors tie it all the way back. And then, it's not all threes. Easy 2s are part of his game as well. Warriors take the lead. And then Steph, on the beautiful reverse finish. It's a 4-point game. And then Dre to Steph with Clay eventually coming. Wow. Warriors win. Curry, 20 in the fourth. 9 triples again. Steve Kerr knew how to shoot the ball, and he can admire those that shoot the ball well.
Well, he's one of the greatest players in the history of the game, and he's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. And the way he moves off the ball, he's so strong and fluid, and he understands the game on and off the ball. So, and he's fearless. So you throw all that together, and he's always capable of catching fire like that. So as amazing as it was, it didn't shock me because this is what he does.
Stan, I think it's pretty clear we're starting to take this guy for granted, even the way Kerr's talking. Curry finished with 9 threes, including 4 in the fourth. It's his 10th game since the start of April. Listen to this. 10th game since the start of April with 9 threes, which is more than anyone else in the history of the league has had in their career. Just let that marinate in your head for a second. It's astounding. Curry also posted his 53rd career game, dropping at least 40, and his 15th since he turned 32, passing the great scorer Alex English of the Nuggets for third most 40-point games after turning the age of.
What do you think of Steph Curry this season?
All these Steph Curry questions. In all seriousness, it's been sensational. I mean, he's been sensational. Let me ask you a question, Dan.
Yep.
Going into this year, if someone were to ask you, all-time great, all-time pyramid, who's ahead, Steph or KD? Who do you have higher?
I would take Steph.
Oh, so you would have already had Steph higher, because I think most people, even though Steph has 1 more ring and 1 more league MVP, I think particularly after the playoffs last year, would have said KD's a tick above. If the Warriors win the title this year, though, you have to, the Steph KD debate, at least for the time being, stops being a debate. Steph would have double the MVPs and double the rings, all of that. And you start to reevaluate, where is Steph historically? I mean, I think he's right now knocking on the door of the top 15 all time. But if they win the title this year, he probably also would win the league MVP this year if they win 60-plus games. He starts kicking that door in and moving past guys like Akeem, past guys like Dr. J, obviously past Durant. I think it's a really special thing because I thought the Warriors were done winning titles. And now the door's back open for them.
I asked Dwayne Wade about that yesterday, and he said he would take Steph because he changed the game. And, I mean, think about the most influential people who've ever played this game. And Steph's on the short list of most influential players in the history.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. As far as influence, he is, I want to say, top 5 all time. But that does, he's far more influential than Tim Duncan. But Tim Duncan had the better career. But If they win the title this year, Steph starts really approaching the hollowed ground. He's
But who
obviously
gets
already
into the top 10, though, Nick? If I said at the end of their careers, KD or Steph, more likely to go into the top 10?
So I would have, honestly, and I don't want to be too reactionary, a month ago I would have said KD because I thought Steph had an MVP level season last year, Dan,
Mhm.
and the Warriors missed the playoffs. So I'm like, okay, so Steph's not going to play in a finals again. But if they make the finals this year, if they win the title, then to me it'd be Steph. If this is more about schedule and maybe when Clay comes back, he's not the guy we think he's going to be, and the Warriors are a second round exit, KD, because he's bigger. I think I don't know if you can say he scores more effortlessly, but it does feel like he can do a little more. But again, like those are, I mean, you're a basketball historian like me. So that to me, there's four guys that are almost like, the older generation, Russell, Wilt, Oscar, and West. They've got to be included, but they almost have to be included separately, like a veterans committee. And then people can argue about the order, but I don't think many people would argue about this next 9. LeBron, Kareem, Michael, Magic, Duncan, Kobe, Bird, Akeem, Shaq. So now we're at 9 plus the 4. There's 13. I would have had Dr. J and Moses rounding out my top 15 with Steph and KD ready to knock one of them out. But how high can either one of them climb? Can they pass Bird? Can they, I think they both can pass Dr. J and Moses. But so there's, at some point is there a ceiling? I don't know. Like this is what people do when the top 75 list comes out. They're like, this guy's a top 20 guy all time. It's like, no, he's not. Like you got to list the names. And so but I'm starting to reconsider how high Steph can climb.
I liked Golden State last year to go to the NBA Finals, and I certainly like them this year. They have youth. They're going to get Clay back. And it just feels like the West is a little bit vulnerable because I don't know what to expect out of the Lakers. Can Phoenix do it again? And what did they learn last year? Denver, can you count on them to be consistent enough to play at a high level? Utah, are they going to be in there as well?
No. Utah's out. Utah never gets to be talked to as a playoff team again. They're out. And as I understand that and I'm an analytics guy, all the analytics folks have explained to me that Nikola Jokic is maybe the greatest player in the history of the league, which is really fascinating because none of them believe the Nuggets are going to make the finals. The NBA is pretty simple. If you have the best player in the league, you're probably going to win the championship. Nobody thinks Nuggets can win the championship, so miss me with this Jokic is better than Giannis mess. I don't care what the numbers say. I watch the games. But yes, the West is open, and here you said they have youth. Here's the other thing the Warriors have going for them. So they're getting Clay back. That'll be an infusion. No matter what form he's in, he'll help.
Yeah.
They also, though, they're getting nothing right. Wiseman's not playing yet, and Kuminga and Moody are so young, like 18 and 19 when you draft them. If they want to package Wiseman, Kuminga, Moody, you get an all-star.
Yeah.
Like Beal's not going to be available now because the Wizards are too good. But whatever disgruntled all-star X that you want.
But wouldn't I go after Buddy Hield? I mean, I can't get Beal. What about Buddy Hield?
Well, if the question there is, I know everyone killed the Lakers for not getting Buddy Hield. And I like Buddy a lot, but he's also damn near 30. We don't think of that. He was old when he came out of college. He's not damn near 30, but he's late 20s. And it's always tough for me, like a guy. So Ben Simmons can't play in the playoffs, but he's been in the playoffs. Like maybe Buddy can't either. Like Buddy's the 6th man on the Kings. Like I like Buddy a lot, but I like Ben Simmons to the Warriors. You don't need more shooting once you get Draymond. Once you get Clay back.
But don't I have to give up Draymond to make Ben work with Golden State?
I don't know. That's what everybody says. But when the Warriors won 73 games, Festus Ezeli and Maurice Spates were on the court with Draymond. Like, I remember it because LeBron was dotting threes over poor Festus's eye in Game 7.
Festus.
Festus. I mean, Bogut obviously was a good player, but Bogut and Draymond played together. So, like, the idea that you couldn't have Draymond on the court with another non-shooter. Now, Draymond back then was a better shooter than he is now, so that's part of it. But whoever the person is, my point is, if the Warriors want, they can go get another piece
Yeah.
because they're not getting anything from those young guys, and they're still awesome.